Spoiler alert, I'm gonna be talking about some major plot points of Batman vs. Superman. I just started this channel, but I wanted to review this movie since it just came out a few weeks ago and it was a really big movie. I didn't really like Batman vs. Superman, but I understand why some people did, so let's get into it. I'll go through what I liked about the movie first and then go through the stuff I didn't like. I loved the style of this film. I thought the opening sequence that showed the death of Bruce Wayne's parents was really visually interesting. And I thought that the actual fight between Batman vs. Superman was really engaging and well shot. I really liked that moment when Batman was just punching Superman over and over, but at a certain point, Superman's strength returns. That was just really cool. I loved the way that was shot, and just that moment was really good. I think that if you're into the comics and the characters, this was a really fun movie. There were a lot of really great fan service moments. And I also really liked Wonder Woman. I loved the electric guitar that played when she arrived at the scene during the final battle. It was so over the top and it felt really out of place, but in a good way. The rest of the movie was just so dark and serious that it was just really nice to get a moment where the film felt kind of aware of itself. I wish the rest of the movie had been like that. Now, as for the things I didn't like, this movie was like 45 minutes too long. It was convoluted. It was confusing. I was sitting there the whole time thinking that I must have missed some information at some point because I had no idea why the characters were doing the things that they were doing. So it was hard to care about the characters because none of the decisions they were making made any sense. I realized near the end of the film that I didn't have an emotional connection to anyone in the movie because I didn't feel anything when Superman died. It was just like I was watching things happen. The most relatable character in the movie is probably Lois Lane, and she's barely even in it. I've read some stuff online that blames the actors for this, but I don't think that's right. I think Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, Amy Adams, and Jesse Eisenberg, they're doing as much as they can with the material they've been given. It really just felt like the whole movie was about setting up the situation where Batman had kryptonite in his possession, because that's the only way a fight between Batman and Superman would really make any sense. But look, if I'm walking into a movie called Batman vs. Superman, obviously there's a certain amount of disbelief that I'm suspending. I'm not gonna sit there the whole time thinking, oh man, this movie would never happen in real life. I just felt like there were so many interesting things they could have done with this story. I wanted to like Jesse Eisenberg as Lex, but it was just all too weird.
Ow, wow, that is a good grip. You should not pick a fight with this person.
If they had made him a bit more sympathetic, that could have really worked. I mean, there's a reasonable case to be made that the character who's trying to stop the two vigilantes is in the right to at least a certain degree. I really wish they had explored that. But at the end of the day, I just don't think Zack Snyder gets it. Man of Steel is the only other movie from him that I've seen, and I get why people say that Snyder is style over substance. The movie looked great, but that's about the nicest thing I can say about it. There were good ideas hiding in Batman vs. Superman, but I don't know, the whole thing just felt rushed, I guess. I wanted to like it, I just didn't. If you like Superman and Batman, this is a fun movie with a lot of great eye candy, but as a story, it wasn't very good. Unless you're a die-hard superhero fan, I'd skip this one. What'd you think about Batman vs. Superman? Let me know in the comments. See you next time.